We have a lot of people asking, Anthony, what are the horses doing? We have some people that were a little upset. I had mentioned First Glance going to Harrisburg and One My Heart Hanover, and War We Welcome potentially if she doesn't sell on gate. I did have a couple of people call me about War We Welcome, but of course they wanted to offer a lot less. And you know what? She's worth that money now. Even though I don't particularly like her that much. I don't like her attitude, her work ethic. She is a very good-looking, great-gaited, trotting filly with no lameness and a pretty good pedigree. She's worth that money. So, no, I'm not going to bend to sell a horse that probably, I guess, according to Carmen, he thinks she can make the grassroots semifinals. And if she does, then, you know, she most definitely is worth the money. So, in regards to the other horses, we'll talk about them all. Let's just talk about them all, right? Adrenaline Rush, that horse is going to be in and out of a condition claimer over the next 3, 4, 5 weeks. He's not really the type of horse we send to Harrisburg. If we want to sell him, we can put him on gate. But for now, we'll race him in the class he's racing. First Glance, entering the LASX program has no bearing on how I feel about him. I think he'll only be a better horse for it, probably moving forward. But when it comes to heading to Harrisburg, I know everybody thinks he's pretty and he tries hard. He's a nice horse. He's had a great summer. All of those are true. All of those are. But they have zero bearing on what he'll be as a 4-year-old, where he'll be able to race, how tough the racing's going to be, will he be able to compete, could we send him to another jurisdiction? I just don't see an optimistic look. And we've had horses. You guys know this. We've had horses we kept into their 4-year-old season, and horses that fit the criteria of the horses I'm about to tell you about never do any good for us. They just kind of flounder around, and then we end up selling them for less than we would have made or got for them as 3-year-olds. So I told everybody at the start of this year, you know, we need to adapt also. We need to learn as we go. We need to learn from our mistakes and don't repeat them. This is one of our mistakes. So when it comes to a horse like First Glance, he is going to Harrisburg. Aguilera AM is not, for a very different reason. This is a 3-year-old trotting filly with 18 lifetime starts, just took a mark of 53-4, has all the upside in the world. She's very well bred, and I think her best races are still well in the future. So for two very, very different reasons, one horse is going to Harrisburg, and one horse is not. I'm a Lovely Lady. She's not going to Harrisburg. She's a little small. She'll probably sell her online, but she will go on gate. And she may go on gate depending on how she races tomorrow before the Buckeye finals. Because when would she be worth any more money in her life than right before she's going to race in probably the biggest purse for the rest of her life? So I suspect I'm a Lovely Lady will find her way on gate. And again, I know she's a fan favorite. I am a partner of yours. I love this filly, but I'm not going down the same path we've gone down many, many times before. I'm just not doing it. So I'm a Lovely Lady will end up probably on gate sooner than later. Italian Grid ended up on gate last night. Travis called me in a tither. How angry he was about how late in the stretch breaks. Horses that make breaks late in the stretch, there's only two kinds. Horses that are hurting and horses that are horrible animals. I don't think he's a horrible animal, and I don't know what his issues are currently, but I know that Travis said there's nothing bothering him, which I don't know about that. But he said, he just didn't want to race him anymore. So Italian Grit is on gate right now for sale. Jazzy Judy, I'm on the fence. I did put her in Harrisburg. I did put her in Harrisburg simply because I think that stake sequence of 2020-100 is after the Harrisburg sale. And if we can put lines of 55, 56 on her, which I believe we can, keep in mind, that's a filly with, I believe she's less than 10 races. Life. I know she does. She's not, oh no, she raced a 10 or 11 max. Life. Her qualifier the other day was good. I've sent her to the Meadows in preparation of racing. She's not going to race this week. I asked Tim to train her very hard on Thursday, and then we'll race her the following week. I think she's probably ready to trot in 57 or 58 at the Meadows, which puts her in the hunt in any of the classes she fits, I believe. No, that's not true, because she has to go up being where Tanzanite Tricks is. Yeah, 57. Won the race the other day. Miss Meringue, somebody asked me the other day why we still have her, and I couldn't give them an answer. I don't know. I mean, as a broodmare, she has some residual value. Her sister brought $23,000 at the sale. She brought $60,000. So that actually strengthens the pedigree a little bit when you look at who she is and what she does. And I know Mike Latessa, in a group that he had formed, bought her, I believe, with John Oliverio. John's a great guy, and I hope she wins everything. He makes Miss Meringue, although I can't imagine there's a scenario where we still have Miss Meringue when that filly's racing. Now, as far as breeding her, we could, me personally, and this is only somebody who knows very little about breeding horses. My personal belief is why did you breed Muscle Chrome? I did because she tried her heart out every time she raced. Same as Dewey Ann. They had some breeding. They had some back-end breeding. The horse that was second in the Wellwood, DeMarc's horse, the King of the North, the horse that was second, Duly Resolved, is the exact same pedigree as Muscle Chrome. The whole family is similar. They're cousins or something. But I like her because she tried. Miss Meringue's not a big trier. She's just a horse. She's a big filly that's experienced some physical issues. She's been injured a couple of times. It cost her most of this season. When we did get her going, she was just present. 3-year-old trotter that can trot in 2 minutes. There is fields, Amish fields, full of trotters that can do the exact same. So, I don't know why we still have Miss Meringue. Going to race her in the condition claimers, I guess, but it's not really a reason to keep a horse in preparation of $5,000 to $6,000 purses, Canadian purses, in London for the winter. No. But I think she does have that residual broodmare value. If we ever could put a mark of 2 minutes or 59 on her or something, and I don't know. I guess I'm undecided, I guess is what I'm trying to say in a long-winded way. But she's still present, Miss Meringue. Mama Knows Best, I put in Harrisburg also. This is a filly that's had a great year. And listen, there's some of these horses we put in Harrisburg. If we don't get good money, I would keep her. I mean, I like Miss Meringue. I like Mama Knows Best. She's really grown on me in 2021. I think she's going to be a nice mare. But she does have wins. She does have money. When you start getting up 60, 70,000 and 4, 5, 6 wins, now you're a claimer or you're a good condition horse. Is she a good condition horse? Plus, not a lot of tracks, right? Only fillies and mares classes. That sucks. But I think we'll probably get paid pretty good for Mama Knows Best. Good mare, good lines. She's going to do well, hopefully, here today in Delaware. And then we'll see. Still lots of racing left. We have a decent day today. We could make the grassroots, the Buckeye final, which would be really cool. So we'll see how that shakes down for our girl, Mama Knows Best. But lots of respect for her. I like this filly and have for quite a while. My Jazz, another talk about fillies I like. I just don't know what we're going to do with her. We need to protect her first and foremost. Race her accordingly. That's why she's in the fair. And then she drew the 7-hole. That's what you get. It's my fault. So she drew the 7-hole in the fair race on Monday. I'm in Kentucky. We'll see how our girl Jazz does. No free lunch. Obviously, he cracked that bone, but the way that Will to win Hanover come back, almost identical injuries. The way she come back, I'm very optimistic. What we're going to have to transition from is a horse that could have been a stake horse to a horse that likely will be a very, very good 3-year-old into the 4-year-old season Mohawk horse for us. I believe he will. Northern Blizzard, I don't know. He's up in the air. He's not good right now. I'm going to work on him all week next week. Now I'm gone away Thursday. I'm going to get a chance to go with him this week. Maybe I'll train him on Thursday and we'll see how he goes. Perfect Records come along really nicely. Jason was very, very happy with the way he trained at Northfield Park on wow, this place is cool. Look at all the boats out here. On Thursday or so. Oh, wow. Nice place. Where the hell are we? big, I see on my GPS is a big river. Durham Road. I don't know where we're at. Sunbury, I guess. Well, I'm 11 minutes from Delaware County Fairgrounds, so wherever the hell this is a nice area. Where was I? Perfect record. Jason was very happy with him. Said he trained great. He's pretty near ready to go. Rose Run Why Not's racing here in the Buckeye. Changed up how we're going to warm her up, how we treated her this week. I think it will be favorable in our hands, in my opinion, and with the filly. So and Sue, a lot of questions for old Sue today. I trained her a little harder than maybe I could have this week heading in, so she'll be tight. She'll be tight. We didn't draw her blood, so I don't think she tied up or anything like that. I think she's good coming in. I wish I had definitive answers, but I think she's going to be a good filly for us this fall and winter. I think we have the hotness solved. She was better training the other day, but she still has that. She has a way out. She knows how to get out of work. She can do that little bunny hop going up to the gate in the backstretch, and then the race is over before it starts. If I can get her up to the gate in right frame of mind, I think she's fine. But she was so much better the other day. Schooling, it was impressive. Sweet Ambitions keeps plotting away. She's obviously a little better than Miss Meringue as far as what we're looking at, what we can do. What do we do with her? I always have people message me just out of the blue, random people, to tell me how well this filly is bred. Are you going to breed her? Who are you breeding her to? I don't read pedigree that well, I guess, because I didn't see anything that was off the charts amazing, but I went back, and somebody went back, and when she was a baby, Norman Hall had picked her, and then I don't know. She's useful, though. She's fourth the other day. She wins in Sarnia. Too bad we couldn't lobby to keep Sarnia racing all winter. She's, I think, undefeated in Sarnia, or only beat once maybe, but she liked that track. So I don't know. We'll see. She's a useful horse right now. We'll leave it at that. Tanzanite Tricks has been awesome. We did put her in Harrisburg for obvious reasons. She's going to have 5, 6, 7, 8 wins by the time Harrisburg rolls along, but I think a filly like her will fetch good money. There are some tracks, Ontario is one of them, jurisdictions, that goes by money caps also, and she'll only have 60,000 made by the time maybe Harrisburg rolls along. That's going to be an enticing looking filly to a lot of people, so we'll see, but I think there's some real value snuggling up next to Tanzanite Tricks heading into sale season. Tipsy and Dixie is in Harrisburg. After what I've just told you about all our other horses, I don't see how we can't. She's going to have 100 and some thousand made and multiple wins. There's just nowhere to race this mare after Mohawk's meet. Could she do in Yonkers? Maybe. But she could do in Yonkers for other people too, which makes her probably be worth pretty good money. So, I think if you guys look at the success, and we've had a lot of success this summer, but it was only predicated on a number of things. One of them, don't put horses in where they can't win. If horses can't win and they need to be moved, move them. Our luck wasn't really luck as much as following through with what we said we were going to do. That's exactly what we've done. So, Tipsy and Dixie is also in Harrisburg. I can't remember. I think I put Walk on the Moon in too. Take him or leave him. I think there's still lots of great racing ahead for this horse. He does have 60,000 made. He does have 3 or 4. If he gets to the Harrisburg time of the year and he ends up with 4, 5, 6, 7 wins and 70 or 80,000 made, then yeah, he's going in the sale. But I guess that'll be up to him. Worst case scenario, we don't take him. I think you have to pay 2 penalties, one to the consignor, one to the sale. I think it's like $1,100. If we do that, then we do that. But that'll be up to us as a group. Where We Welcome, we talked about her. She is absolutely going to be sold either in On-Gate or at Harrisburg. Means very little to me. I suspect over the next 7 days she'll be sold, and we will have to pay that penalty to Harrisburg. But when the Harrisburg list comes out and people look down the list of who's for sale, they do pick some horses off. And I think having the exposure of having her on-gate in Harrisburg lets people know that we are going to sell her. We're not giving her away. So I think within the next week or so, she will be sold. But I tell people this all the time, much like staking horses in January, February, March, sometimes you have to look at it as an investment also. Putting that $1,100 penalty towards allowing people to know she's for sale is worthy at some points, and it is in this particular case. And One My Heart Hanover is also in the Harrisburg sale. I love this filly, love her to death, but I'm not going to breed her, and I think she's going to find it difficult. She might find it difficult as a 4-year-old. She's getting up there on wins and money also. Again, I'm trying to project what will take place in the future. By the time November comes along, One My Heart Hanover will be ready to go in a couple of weeks. By the time Harrisburg comes along, I think we'll be approaching our cap space, both in wins and money, with a number of these horses. So it isn't that they need to leave right now, but come November, they probably will. So that's where we're at with all the 3-year-olds. I know we had some people hemming and hawing and, talking under their breath about selling these horses, but I am not going to go down the same path we went down before. It was a mistake. I'm sorry that maybe some people don't agree with me on that, but that is the position of the stable.ca moving into the fall and into the season, into the end of the sale season in 2022. So thank you all for your messages. If nothing else, the one thing I always like about our clients is you're polite, you're proper, you understand why I'm doing something. It's not that I dislike these horses or anything to do with them. It's just a management issue when it comes to those particular horses. And again, it isn't that I've got any angry, frustrated, very vicious emails. Very polite, very respectful. That I can appreciate. There's nothing wrong with a good conversation about something, but I hope I've articulated by now well enough exactly why we are taking the approach we are taking when it comes to these particular horses. We'll replace them. We are going to buy other horses, but they'll just have less wins and less money and work their way up to where these horses hopefully get to by the time Harrisburg comes. So that's it. That is the 3-year-olds. I will talk to you guys soon. We still have to talk about all the stables. I'm going to try and do a little yearling video, but I added 2 horses in my 2-hour drive from Northfield Park to Delaware, Ohio, which I'm getting to right now in the next 3 minutes. I added 2 horses. We added a Muscle Massive filly, both from Schaefer Farms, and Miss Mildred's Brother by Heston Blue Chip, which I'm very interested to see. Both of those horses are added to our roster. So my quick math in my head, I think we got 27 babies already. I believe so. So I will talk to you all very soon. I hope you had and are continuing to have a great week and a great weekend and a great summer. Take care.